Oh, hi there. It is Thursday, and there is another big WSL game coming up today. This time scheduled for 13 minutes from now between the United States and Austria. And it is featuring another chess grandmaster, Grandmaster Larry Kaufman for the United States. Let's get to WSL. Komodo here versus Selagast. Yesterday's game, I don't see it listed in the recent games. It wasn't. Yesterday's game between Nicholas 123 and MDK, where MDK did not show up. It's not clear to me yet if that's going to be a free win or what's going to happen, but the game is no longer listed. Yesterday we watched Grandmaster Peter Heine, who is Magnus Carlsen's coach, and he was Vishy Anand's coach when he was world champion. His great game against Zuckerman yesterday, really fun. Today we have, like I said, another Grandmaster, Larry Kaufman, the United States team. This Division A team, or the Division A team has 2 chess Grandmasters and 2 world chess champions. Larry Kaufman, oh gosh, I should have looked this up. I should have looked at this up before. I think he became a grandmaster by winning the 2008 senior world chess championship. And of course, Z-Kid is the other chess grandmaster on this team, and he won. We interviewed, we did the interview, episode 16, I think it was, 16 or 17 on the Shogi in the West podcast. I think it was the 2010 under-18 World Chess Championship. He won. So the United States team, pretty good at chess. To the per capita chess world champion and per capita chess grandmaster numbers for the United States Division A team, unmatched. Hey, Taylor McKinnon, good to see you. So that's there. Hopefully this game happens. You know, it's like it's always hit or miss with WSL. Hopefully this game happens. But yeah, it's I never really thought about it until this morning that United States, the Division A team, has two chess grandmasters. Not only 2 chess grandmasters, but 2 chess world champion grandmasters. Okay, Killer Ducky. The betting line for Kyo Shogi released before or after the end of May. I think it's coming before. I do think it is coming before. I think it's coming today. Well, today being tomorrow. Today being Friday in Japan. I think it's coming. The real question is, does literally anyone care anymore? You know, I have my eyes peeled. My eyes are focused on Japanese shogi Twitter these days. And I am seeing a lot of disgruntled comments in response to Kyo things. Basically, okay, when is it releasing? Okay, when is it releasing? Okay, when it's like you can't just. I think they've lost their momentum. I don't know what it is that's holding them back. Maybe the software looks pretty bad, so maybe they're just working out last minute bugs or trying to add some last minute polish. But I don't know what is keeping them. They're trying to hype this thing up, and the hype is not building. The hype, if anything, is diminishing. Like, they keep showing these stupid characters. Sorry, I shouldn't say stupid characters. They keep showing these characters. It's like, release the game. If you at some point you cannot just hype a game forever. Like, this isn't Grand Theft Auto 6 that these guys are releasing. They're releasing some fan service shogi app. Like, let's get real here. Release it. But that said, I believe that it's coming. I believe it's coming in the next 24 hours. I just don't think they're going to. I think the tide is turning enough on them that they have to release it. That's my feeling. That's through the translation of these Japanese tweets. That's my take on the situation. You know, they said they would release it. They said they would release it in spring. Spring does not have many more days in it. Which app? It's called Kyo. It's Kyo. I hesitate to do advertisement for these companies that do not respond to my emails, do not respond to any communication, do not give a darn about who I am or what we're doing over here. But this is the this is the link here. Yeah, in case it wasn't obvious, in case it wasn't clear by my insinuation here, I've emailed them. I tried early on, months ago, I tried to get involved with them to maybe do some sort of cross promotion, do some sort of all sorts of ideas. They didn't even have the common courtesy to respond. Adrian Shogi, great to see you. Habu versus Ito. OE Challenger Decider was yesterday. Ooh. So when is your video coming? More importantly, so I don't care so much about the match. I care about your video. Koshiro, good to see you. I've been missing you. I've been missing you a lot. And I was actually thinking I might message you because I've been missing you. You said you thought I'm an engineer. You think just because that have to release it? Yes, they have to. They have to release it. You want to record it today? Okay. All right. Well, that'll be something good to look forward to for the weekend. I'm not going to spoil myself then. I'm going to try my best not to spoil myself on the result because I want to find out from your video the result. I'm excited. I'm excited. You know, I get easily excited about small things. You've been lurking. Okay, good. I was actually thinking, well, maybe Koshiro doesn't like these stupid WSL streams. Hey, Foradun, good to see you. Yeah. I'm excited about this game. I am definitely excited about this game. You know, I'm a big Larry Kaufman fan. And like I said, for anyone who's just joining now, this United States team, this Division A WSL United States team has 2 chess world champions, 2 Grandmaster chess world champions on it. You know, the per capita chess world champion Grandmaster ratio here for the United States team is very high. Larry Kaufman. I said I should have looked this up before. I think I'm right, but I don't know. You know, in my memory these days is not what it once was. I think Larry Kaufman earned the title of chess Grandmaster by winning the World Senior Chess Tournament, Chess Open, in 2008. And Z-Kid, I think he was already a Grandmaster, but he won the 2010, I think it was the 2010 Under 18 World Chess Championship. So that's 2 chess world champions, 2 Grandmasters. Yesterday we saw Peter Heine, you know, Grandmaster Peter Heine, who is the also Magnus Carlsen's coach and was Vishy Anand's coach. So you know, there's a lot of chess Grandmaster power going on in WSL these days. It's almost like the games. It's almost like chess and shogi are similar games that reward similar skills. You know, I don't want to go out on a limb there. I don't want to go out on any limb. But this also has me thinking, does the United States have the highest concentration of chess grandmasters in their shogi player base? You know, if you count Z-Kid, and you count me, and you count Larry Kaufman, that's 2 right there. So if you count Z-Kid, you count Shogi Dad, you count Larry Kaufman, you end up with 2 chess grandmasters. We also do have have I don't think he's been playing as much lately, but a Wonder Liang, who is, I think he's a super grandmaster right now, out of University of Chicago. He's a shogi player. I'm not sure if he's been playing shogi so much lately. You know, we've definitely got some international masters. You know, Spinal Tap Chess is an international master, and Shogi God. I think I'm probably missing someone else, but it's pretty impressive. It's really impressive. A Wonder is bordering on Super GM, but didn't he lose his match with Hans? I mean, he may have. I don't know. I don't follow chess as much as I used to. Not that, I mean, I used to follow it as a spectator, not really as a, you know, I've said before, I'm not really a player. But if Hans is involved, I'm definitely not following. So I don't know, but I'm pretty sure A Wonder has cracked 2700, whether he's dipped since then. All right, let's see. FIDE A Wonder. Yeah. His peak is 2704. 2704. So, yes. His peak is 2704. Oh, which solidly places him in Super Grandmaster territory. You're proud of our USA 3 alumni that are killing it. Foradun says this, just gritting his teeth. It's like, I'm so happy for Z-Kid. I'm so happy for him. Poor Foradun. Poor Ford. Foradun got the win. Foradun has a win, so it's all good. What if? So what would be the dream team? What would be the Team USA dream team? Z-Kid? Me? Who else? I mean, Larry's there. Obviously, Muse, Yellow Traffic Light, Shogi Kingdom. All those names. Who else? Who else? I dream of Shogi would be awesome. That would be a dream. That would be a dream. That would be a dream. Greg solved a mate in 7 once, so you know he's in this list. I say that any team with Foradun is the dream team. I say. Let me check this. Let me check to see when Foradun's subscription is coming up to be renewed. Okay, it's not due for a while. I'll save it. I'll save it for then. It's 11 o'clock. Please, let's get this game. Please, let's get this game. What if we get Koshiro to move to the United States? What if we did that? What if we did that? Man. What if we can get Koshiro to move out to Northern California? Not even just move to the US. Get Koshiro to move to Northern California. Would that make Northern California? Northern California is already arguably the strongest location in the United States, but if we had Koshiro, would that make us the strongest outside Japan? That's a tough one. Singapore's really good. Belarus is really good. Trump deported you back to... No, 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 no. You'd be welcome. You would be welcome. Okay, Komodo is asking. Komodo's asking. Now I'm daydreaming. Now I'm daydreaming of a world where Koshiro lives within driving distance, and we could do sort of in-person lessons and stuff. Hmm. This is exciting. This is exciting. Let's go. So this is if I there it goes. There we go. All right. All right. We are there. I don't need to say Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I'm not playing, but I'll still say it. Do I have my sound? Okay. To Don. Is this a fake rating? Are we underrated here? Okay, this is a very small sample size. So trust nothing. Trust nothing. Grandmaster Kaufman is a strong, solid shogi player. Of course, he's going to play Static Rook. A man of class and distinction. I think he's been as high as 4 or 5 Dan on 81 Dojo. Let me just check that. Check that quickly. Max 1865. Okay, maybe not. He doesn't play much here. I think he's another one of these WSL only players. Well, are we cheering? I mean, I am cheering for USA. You know, I'm a homeboy. I'm a homeboy. I know Larry. I've met him. I've talked to him. He's a great guy. He is, he's a chess grandmaster. He's got so many incredible stories to tell about shogi and playing pros. He's a huge fan of handicap shogi. He's a huge fan of computer shogi and chess. Komodo. He worked. I don't know what his relationship is to Komodo, the Komodo chess engine. But I think that's where his name is derived here. Yeah, he's a legend. Yeah, long story short, he's a legend. And if you are ever fortunate enough to sit anywhere near him, like at a dinner table or while he's speaking, do it. Do it. Listen. You don't even need to speak. Just listen, and you'll have an amazing time. It's so great. It's so great. He had a great 2025 US Shogi. It's amazing that it's already been over a year since the 2025 event. I don't think he went to New York. Or did he? Did he? He did go to New York. He went to New York. His son did not go to New York this year. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to the Gote perspective because I'm cheering. Thank you. He was in New York. Yeah, confirming. Yeah. Did he have a bad grouping stage? Did he went to Group B? I don't. Did he have a rough event this year? In 2025, he was incredible. And he had a completely winning position. Okay, he was in A. He had an incredible event in 2025. He had a completely winning, verging on unlosable position against Yellow Traffic Light, against Shogi Kingdom. And somehow, he just hung in there and pulled it out. It's a tough one for me to watch because I'm cheering. I don't want to see either of them lose. So it's rough to see someone lose an unlosable, and it's unlosable game. I think that game is what really put me into that mindset of I need to stop thinking about unlosable games. If people at this level, at the top levels of our amateur play, can lose a game that I perceive to be unlosable, then I have no business calling my games unlosable. But that game was as close to as unlosable as possible. I think it was just a brain fart. I saw it. I saw it, and I saw the mistake immediately while I was watching the game. So that tells me that it was a bad mistake. Yeah, boy, I wish you were there too in 2026. Yeah, the 2026 now, the winner of the event, he's not a chess. The winner of the event was not a chess grandmaster, but I mean, if he was on the WSL team, if he was where does he live? He's on the East Coast. He's not in Northern California. The winner of the 2026 event, but I guess in the end it depends how long he's going to stay in the US. But he is godlike. He is godlike. So yeah, Larry Kaufman, Komodo is playing Static Rook versus Third File Rook. So I have so many more reasons to cheer for the USA here. What is this? What is this indicative? What is this pawn push indicative of? That seems quirky to me. I'm not sure what that is. Is he going to slowly get into Yagura? You don't make Yagura typically against this. Is he going to do Millennium? Is this on the way to Millennium? Preventing silver 6/6. Of course. Thank you. Duh. I'm looking so much at the castle. I'm not looking at what the other player's doing. Hey, Magic Base. Yeah, Magic Base pointing out the same. Yep. And Greg also saying the same. I'm so into just looking to see what castle he's going to make here that I'm not even looking at the board. Actually, I'll say that I saw that move. I saw the move and I saw the reason. I was just looking to build engagement. I'm just looking to build engagement. I'm almost sorry to report that those ridiculous thumbnails seem to be doing some good work for me. Yesterday's stream is now over 200 views with the Magnus Carlsen face on the thumbnail and Magnus Carlsen's name in the title. The Truck Castle one is not at 200 views yet, but it's climbing. It's climbing. I may not be getting better at shogi, but I think I'm getting better at streaming. I think that's the thing. Oh boy. I'm so desperate to get 200 lousy views. So we got Mino. We got Mino up for the Freebisha player. We've got a left high Mino for the Static Rook player. Yeah, it feels like this is going to be a bit slow. We're gonna go for a slow game, which I would suspect would favor Larry. Deliberate, strong calculator. A lot of experience. You laughed out loud when you saw the Magnus thumbnail. it was it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Yeah, we haven't seen a single capture yet. They are building they're building their territories, they're building out their formation. It would have been a little early, but I don't know if Larry ever plays or if Komodo ever plays Onaguma, but it seems like it would have been a nice attempt to be able to. What's this pawn? What is the meaning of this pawn? Is it just that he's so I would suspect that there's meaning to this pawn because he's not out of moves. The Celagast is not out of moves. There are plenty of moves. Like if you don't know what to do, there are plenty of moves to do here. You know, pushing this pawn, converting the castle, pushing this edge. So that tells me that there must be meaning behind this. He's trying to control this space. It seems like. I'm not sure why though. I'm not sure why. Is he planning to get his rook over? Is he trying to head off this silver? The thing is, the silver can come up this way. Shikake, yeah, I think Shikake is what I think of for that first encounter, that engagement. That's the person who Alexei, he hasn't streamed in a long time. He hasn't been as active in the shogi world lately, but he's someone who I recall using the word shikake quite often. In general, he's a strong user of the Japanese terminology. So he spent 1 minute and 46 seconds on this move. I suppose okay. So I was going to say, one other reason to do this is to open this diagonal. But I don't think there are tactics there. I suspect a bishop exchange favors static rook here. Yeah, this is the ego battle. Hey Gustav, nice to see you. Yeah, this is so Killer Ducky. Killer Ducky is obviously a kindred spirit. It's all about. It's not necessarily about the pieces on the board. It's about the mental game. It's a mental. Shogi is a mental battle between two humans. So it's about ego. It's about imposing your will on the other player. Drinking my Ito-En green tea, matcha green tea, in my Charles Schultz Museum Charlie Brown mug. One side there, other side says good grief. I am not sponsored by Ito-En or the Charles Schultz Museum, but I would appreciate sponsorships if they so chose to do so. I will gladly dance. I will gladly be a dancing bear. There's a dangerous rook king fork line. What? Dangerous rook king fork line. How do you pull? The idea would be to Gustav, you're horrendous at Shogi. Yeah, yeah. It's. But what a ride. But how fun is it? Ito-En has some outrageous advertising in Japan. Ito-En's got some great ads. So I've been saying all along, or I've been thinking all along, that I could do well as an advertiser in Japan. They've got some of those videos. They've got Tommy Lee Jones, people like that. Smoking cigarettes. Boss Kohi. They should get me out there. They should get me. I don't smoke, but I'll do the smoking ads. Get me out there with a just show my face with the cigarette smoke and a Bose Kohi, canned coffee, black coffee behind Burak Kohi behind me. I think that would do well in Japan. I think like Yngve Malmsteen, I could be huge in Japan. I think I'd be more popular in Japan than I am in the United States. If Larry would trade the pawns on the 8th file, if he trades the pawns on the 8th file, then then you'd look to get the Tataki over here and then get that fork. You're playing bridge. So Taylor, yesterday you were playing backgammon. Today you're playing bridge. What can we do to get you into a shogi board today? What can we do? What can we do to sweeten the deal to get you playing shogi? Yeah, maybe I should give up on Ito-En as a potential sponsor. Maybe I should try to go for a Bose Kohi. Because I do drink Ito-En, but I also drink and love Boss coffee. And that other brand as well. There's that other popular brand that gets imported out here, at least in Northern California. I'm not doing a great job of trying to procure this sponsorship by forgetting their name. But imagine a Boss coffee. Imagine a black can of the black Kohi with, instead of the boss's face with the thing, with my face, with Shogi Dad's face. I think that'd be great. Maybe I should do that. Maybe today I should go out and get some cans of Boss Kohi and put my face on them. Try to make that bid. What are we going to do with this silver? Is this silver just... But then we get, then we have, these kinds of ideas. Yeah, so I had been speculating earlier that we would get the rook coming to the 4th file. I had thought that might be some of the meaning behind that pawn 6-5 move. But this does allow us to get a little bit more meaning to our silver. And now that the bishop was dropped on 7-7, it's no longer in hand, so it's not as useful. There's no 7-1. There's no 7-1 threats, no 7-1 drop ideas. It feels to me like a lot of times free bishop players will exchange the bishop and then re-drop it back. I guess that's the fact that so many of them do that makes me think it must be good. Like people must have studied that. But it always seems so unsatisfactory to me that once you get a bishop in hand, you just re-drop it, especially without a concrete idea of why. But maybe that's just free bisha things, and maybe you have to drop it back so that you can defend this file against static rook and give yourself some flexibility in how your rook is going to move. Not sure. I don't know if this is either a waiting move or, you know, a plan. So the Komodo has no bishop drop points anymore. You know, this could have become a target here with some. But Taylor, if you knew the pieces that would help, just learn them. Just take a few minutes. You know, go to Wikipedia, learn the pieces. You play some games over the board. So get some annotated games or go to Lee Shogi and get someone's Kifu and just play it out. Just play it out yourself. It'll be easier. Sume is a good way to learn too. Yeah, I agree with that. Neither player has a pawn in hand. So while I think this is promising, neither player has a pawn in hand. Okay, he's going with it. He's doing it. Do we have any, you know, we drop this, if we push this pawn, if he takes with the pawn, we've got this. If we push the pawn, he takes with the bishop, we take, he takes, we got this. I don't think that's as good because I think this is too open for the rook drop. So I wouldn't do that. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. And maybe this is just me trying too hard to make something out of a small, you know, out of a solid position. But, you know, I want to be attacking that rook. Despite being proven time and time again that these are valid ideas, I still don't believe so much in these types of ideas, especially at this stage in the game. So my mind is going to, how do I punish this impudent move? You're getting a pawn, I think, would be nice. I think getting a pawn would be nice, but I don't think we can get it this way as easily because I don't think he's going to take. And if we do this, he does something else. If we take, this silver's coming in hot. Maybe, and then it's defending this square. All right. All right. Not all right. Not all right. What does this do? This doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. Because you cannot push this pawn. I don't think. You push this pawn, it's take, take, take. Bishop is eyeing the rook, so you have no tempo to be able to do stuff like this, I think. That'd be a heck of a gamble. So, Desioné. Take, take. Take, take. can't do that. You cannot do that. It's pawn, because pawn drop. I mean, you can, but I don't think it's good. Or may no. How about take, pawn drop, take. Rook cannot take because then we would drop the lance here. The bishop is eyeing this as well. The bishop is something here. The Otters. Hello? Oh, snap. Larry Kaufman has been one of your biggest aids to your shogi development. Nice. Definitely cheering for him. Yeah, Larry Kaufman is amazing. Huge figure in Western shogi. In Western shogi history, the Western shogi world. And a really nice guy. I don't quite remember who Socrates is on the United States Division A team. But I wonder if he's an international master. That would be cool to have two chess grandmasters and an international master on the same team. I was surprised to see that Spinal Tap Chess is not on this team. Oh, Alan Baker. Okay, thank you. Okay, I was not. Yeah, thank you, Dude. You're right. I thought that I knew who it was, but I couldn't remember. Thank you. I think you are absolutely correct. And I do not think that he's an international master. Ryer Grimbergen might be the only player you'd cheer over Kaufman. Boy, I don't even know who. I've never heard that name. Hello. What's all this then? Is he looking to create a drop point for the bishop here on 7-6? Thing is, I don't think even taking here is a threat or a big threat. Maybe it was. So he was the developer of the Spear shogi program back in the early 2000s. Wow. And ran a site, Professional Games with Comments. Going through those games is how you first learn shogi strategy. Incredible. How have I not heard of this? Or maybe it's just slipped through my brain. What are Dan and Q? They are ratings levels. They are titled in much the same way. I don't think I'm going to do justice to this explanation, but in the same way that with karate or what with martial arts, the Dan system, like a black belt is a Dan, is a shodan. Then you have various levels of black belt. in chat, in Shogi, in Go, in some, I can't remember what other games. You have these levels. And Shodan, I think, usually indicates that you're sort of on your way to learning. I don't. If someone else in chat could do a better job of explaining it, I would appreciate it. But they're essentially their rating levels here. On online sites, they are tied to different rating levels. So 1,500, 1,500 rating bucks, sort of, it's not Yloigh, but there's a rating system on 81 Dojo. 1,500 is Shodan. Actually, I think these days it's 1,450 is Shodan. And so the Dan levels match up with the ratings. In the pro game, there are completely an amateur Dan is not the same as a professional Dan, and a professional 5 Dan is not necessarily better than a professional 3 Dan or 4 Dan. It seems like in the pro game, I think the Dan levels are more. They're more time based. They're not ratings. They're not strength based. They're as far as I understand, they are mostly based on just wins. They're sort of time achievement awards. But yeah, it's just sort of a fun system. Shodan, the Otter is saying Shodan is the entry-level black belt, is how you describe it in a way for people to understand. Yeah. But it is by no means like a god. For chess players, Dan and Qs are like GM, IM, FM, but with wide rating range covering even beginner. Yeah, they are titles in a certain way, but not as exclusive. Isn't there something, Magic Base saying, isn't there something like you must be 4 Dan for X amount of time before becoming 5 Dan? I'm not sure if it's a time or it's a number of wins. I think there are multiple ways. So I think there are, these days in the pro ranks, I think like if you reach N number of wins, you will be 5 Dan. Or if you reach this level in these tournaments, or these title events, you become 5 Dan. Or you win Meijin, you win the Meijin title, and I think you become immediately 9 Dan. Or you get to Group A in the Meijin League, and I think you get 8 Dan. I don't know. Shogi says each promotion has different conditions. They're listed out somewhere, and they are different based on the band. But I think almost all of them, if not all of them, have some way to grind your way to that, which is just by winning game. Just by winning games. So this now is he looking? I was suspecting that he was trying to build himself a drop point here for his bishop. I think if he was, I would have dropped first. Because dropping first kind of requires the rook to come over. Kinda. And then you take with the pawn. But maybe he's seeing a different variation here. What is my Dan or Q? It depends on the site. Every site has its own ratings. On Shogi Wars, for 10-minute games, I am Shodan, which is 1 Dan. For 10-second Byoyomi games, I'm still 1 Q. For 3-minute bullet games, I'm still just 1 Q. On 81 Dojo, Hikaku, Lee Shogi, all of which, well, I don't want to mention Hikaku because Hikaku has so few players. Oh no, on Hikaku on Shodan, on Lee Shogi and 81 Dojo, which have I would say higher. It's not as rigorous as some of the sites, depending on how you treat it. I'm 2-dan, but those both feel somewhat inflated. And the word somewhat is doing a lot of work there. I think to me, it's very inflated. I think there's a clear difference between me and 3-dans or clear 2-dans. Like I play I regularly play for the past few years someone who is, I think he's 3-dan now on 81 Dojo. If not, he's at least at 3-dan level compared to the other people who are 3-dan on 81 Dojo. And my win rate against him is not very good, in over the board games. Hey Lorenzo, good to see you. Yeah, going for that Magnus clout. Going for that Magnus clout. You like Shogi more than chess? I think they're both great games. I think they are both amazing games. And they both have their positives. They both have their pluses and minuses. Obviously, I'm a little partial to Shogi, but I think they're just both awesome games. I still think he should have dropped the bishop. The bishop here cannot be ignored, I think, because this, we get this fork. We get this. Um, but we're not milking Magnus today. We're milking chess today because one of these players is a chess grandmaster, and I think 2008. I think 2008 world senior champion. 2008. 2008. 2008. I was correct. Never a doubt. Never a doubt. All right. So he made my move. Yeah. So this is where this this is why I thought we should have done this. I thought we should have done this first and then take that pawn. But I still want to believe that this is still good. I think this is still good. So how how is well, it's Sente, but how is the going down side? How are they going to prevent this Lance being lost and then redropped? Atari wants to go out. Well, this is one way. All right, Atari, give me a second here. Okay. No. No. Hmm. Hmm. This is I think this also I think taking that pawn first would have also prevented this from happening. You think bishop takes pawn? I think at this point, yeah, I agree. Bishop takes gold and then push the edge seems good, or at least it seems not as bad. You know, as we know, the bishop and the gold are equal value to the engines. And once this knight is displaced, ooh, don't like, me no likey, me no likey, me no likey. Now I'm liking. Now I'm liking. Hold on. Now take the gold, right? Take the gold, and then that's a dead bishop. Is this it? Take the gold. Takes. Drop. Pawn. I think this knight move is just destabilizing on a bunch of levels. I guess it doesn't win the bishop because the knight can take it and then we take the knight. But is there something better right now? Is there something better? So he doesn't want to take, he doesn't want to win he doesn't want to win the knight. Maybe that would have allowed another bishop drop. I don't think so. So, like, if we would have dropped the pawn, he takes, we take, he drops the bishop, we take the bishop, he takes with the pawn, we drop the bishop, rook comes up, we come back, and that's great, I think. As a beginner, you used to think that a bishop is of incomparable worth. Oh, interesting. You like pawn drop more. All right. Koshiro agrees with me. Therefore, I was right. I was right. News flash. So the thumbnail, today's thumbnail, it's gonna say big text. I was right. Chess Grandmaster in shambles as amateur shogi Tudan blows the truth wide open. Adrian Shogi's calling is wanting that lance. Yeah, I mean the lance certainly is. It's certainly going to be strong here. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Like if he tries to win with the pawn, we just get the lance drop. The lance drop is going to be good. There's nothing that can be done. Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. So yes, it is true because the pawn he can't. Well, let's see. Pawn. If we say that lance, come back. Oh no, then that's okay. Yeah. I don't think you can do anything slow here. Like you can't do this because the lance drop is going to be rough. Then we take here, but if we take, then he can tataki. So that's not so great. That's not so great. You wanted to play the classic bishop 5-5 with knight check threat, maybe. Then the Benjamin Shuett spewing the propaganda. Mukai Bisha must lose. One thing to look at is that Komodo's castle is great. Seligast's castle is weak. Certainly weak to rook drops. So if we make any sort of trade where, like, oh gosh, please don't drop the pawn here. Please don't drop the pawn here. I wouldn't. I don't like this. Wait, so what's the meaning behind? I don't like this because I think that the silver on 6-7 makes for a the silver on 6-7. All right, the silver on that square makes for a great target. It makes for a great target. It makes for a great mutual target when we're attacking this rook. Maybe I'm just too out of my gourd here. But I would much rather see the silver stay here than be on 7-6. Like 7-6 to me seems like a good spot for that silver. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. But maybe. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's good too. Maybe it is good. So what are you gonna do? Tataki? Are you gonna Tataki or are you gonna just defend? Do you Tataki? Do you defend? Do you bring the silver up? And now we're really blocked. The Tataki would be bad. The Tataki would have been bad. Yeah, Tataki. I think Tataki would have just been. You just would have walked over. Is that your thinking? So if they would have Tataki'd, I think Rook just comes over. Oh, well, yeah, yeah, but it would have been. But we're playing online, so it would have detected that, right? I trust in Komodo. I trust I trust in the power of the USA. He's building up. Yeah, he's building up. I was gonna say he's building up exchange potential, but we don't have the rook. So this the half Mino is not so bad. Pawn drop 7-6 seemed better than the lance sack. Pawn drop 7-6. Where was that? I'm gonna. Ooh, yeah. Oh, nice call. Nice call. That seems fantastic. This bishop is biting on granite a bit. This one is. Oh, there was a move. A move was made. Hmm. Pawn. If the pawn pushes, gold comes over. To me, that feels a little heavy. Right? Right? Oh no! Oh no! 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 Okay. 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 Hmm. So, do we just take? That's what he's going for. That's what he's going for. Maybe that's the only option. I don't. I'm not feeling this as much now. I'm not feeling this as much now because now we've got a buried Narike, we've got a buried promoted bishop, a promoted knight. We don't have a rook, which is great at attacking this structure. This guy's bearing in. This castle's good, but this gold is far away from the attack. Ah, yeah. Yeah, and this is going to be strong. Boy, 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 boy. Boy, what can Komodo do to generate an attack here? Bishop 5/5 is still fierce. Bishop 5/5 is still fierce. Bishop 5/5 is still fierce.
30秒
Yeah. Bishop 5/5 kind of locks this guy in place. Threatens a knight. We've got a diamond castle. No, that's not a diamond castle, right? Or is that a diamond castle? Ooh, and now he's taken off some of the... He's taken some of the bite off of the bishop drop. Taken some of that bite off the bishop drop. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe that just allows us to take this pawn. But the bishop drop isn't as deadly now without a silver in hand.
40秒
Don't Nifu. Do not Nifu. Where are you dropping that pawn? Where are you dropping that pawn? Okay. I think you still promote. Let's get nuts. Let's get nuts. I think you still promote. Takes. 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 Slides. Celagast playing more solidly than I would. This is a noted problem in my game, is that when I see anything, I'm going for it. Hey, mister. I am winning. I am winning in life. I am winning. Able to watch this great game between two really strong players.
30秒
And watch this game with the camaraderie of some great people. That is winning. The bishop drop knight combo forks the rook. No, well, I mean, it locks this guy in place. It doesn't. I don't think it forks the rook, right?
50秒
That's a waste. That to me, that feels like a wasted lance. The rook on 4/8. What? Oh, the knight. Oh, the knight. There you go. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Yeah, the knight drop forks the king and the rook. It's a fork with the knight. It's not a fork with the bishop. The bishop enables the knight fork. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this lance feels a little wasted now on this side. So what are we so we take, let's say he moves over. Well, now he can't. Yeah, he's out tempoed. He's out tempoed, right? I don't think he can drop that here yet. Maybe he can. No. If he drops the bishop, do we just drop the silver on, or we? If Sente, or if Komodo drops the bishop on 5-5, do we drop a silver on 3-6? I think silver drop is clear here. Now I think the silver drop on 4-2 is good, right? Now you would drop on 6-4. Oh, 6-4, 6-4. Yeah, rather than 5-5, drop 6-4, so you've got the defensive resource. Yeah. Yeah, this drop seems like a nightmare. Yeah. So king 1-8. King 1-8. I don't think there's any. King 1-8. What are you going to do after the king runs? What are you going to do? This is too late, right? Yeah, I think this is. He's got to respond here. He has to do something here. Did Shogi Dad just emote when 6-7 came up? Well, that was a while ago. You might be delayed, but yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Who is winning? I don't know. I think Celagast. My take is Celagast is winning, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. Boy, that was fast. That was fast. Why make that move so quickly? Why make that move so quickly? Silver takes, bishop takes, gold drop, gold drop. Promoted pawns in shogi are considered to be great. They're not just good, they are great. They are one of the strongest pieces on the board. Part of that, I think part of the logic there is that if they are captured, they are of very little value to the opponent. So it's like you basically have a gold that if the opponent captures, they only get a pawn. But circular logic-wise, though, pawns are worth 1,000 gold. So I don't know how you can argue that if you use that logic that a pawn is worth 1,000 golds, it all comes crashing down. Hyperinflation in the gold market, exactly. Agree.
30秒
Shogi is a game of arbitrage. Boy, Celagast is playing awfully quickly. Goodness. Time to begin the USA chant. We gotta send Larry our spirit. USA, USA, you.
40秒
It's a start. It's a start. Yeah, I agree with Adrian Shogi's assessment there. So maybe Celagast is trying to play on that because yeah, Komodo's play seems to have gone, far be it for me to say, but it seems like he was playing really well, and with Byoyomi it's been a bigger struggle.
30秒 40秒
Okay. So take. He doesn't have any more pieces though. So take. Night jump. Or pawn and then take. I don't know if he's got enough pieces. Hey, Tortupi.
より秒読みに入ります。
I'm not sure if he's got enough pieces. This pawn here is problematic because we can drop a lance. Oh, yeah, so lance drop would be mate. Lance drop, he'd have to block, and then we knight jump, and that's mate. So it's tricky here. It's tricky. Rook sack does nothing. I mean, it doesn't mate. You can't mate with that. You could at least defend. Rook, take, bishop drop, take. But then he gets a rook drop. Oh, that's mate. Lance, knight. Lance drop 1-5 is mate. Right? Yes. Lance drop 1-5, drop whatever, knight jump 2-5. Nice. The USA chant did it. The USA chant did it. Wow.
30秒。
Moral of the story, don't play opposing rook.
40秒。
Do you play knight 2-5 or knight drop 2-5? That's a good question.
50秒。
I think I drop. I think I drop because I don't trust that I'm missing. I don't trust that there is not a piece that is going to be able to capture my knight. I drop. I dream of Shogi. Oh yeah, I dream of Shogi knows me. I dream of Shogi knows my style. Yeah, Edward, this has to be painful. He must be kicking himself. I think Peter Heine's loss yesterday was more painful. I think that's a more painful loss. But I'm not 100% convinced that Celagast had the win. I think he did. So Larry is thinking that he was winning until Celagast dropped the knight. And then the pawn drop attacking bishop was losing. Yeah, I agree. That's certainly my take. I think he just played too slowly there. So what do we say is the winning? I want to say I want to do this. I want to take the gold. Take the gold. Bishop takes. Drop the gold. That's my line. That's my line. Was there something better there? Yeah, Larry Mania running wild. The 16-inch pythons. Cue the I am a real American. Maybe knight drop 3-4 at the end. Knight drop 3-4 at the end, open his escape and his Sumero. at the end. Wait. Or knight takes 3-4. Knight, yeah. So maybe knight takes 3. Yeah, knight takes 3-4 draws potentially, draws the gold away. And then we just take. Oh, but you're saying it. Wait. If gold takes, then pawn drop 4. Pawn takes. Yeah, promoted pawn takes 4-2. Well, I mean, we can't take. Trade it till it's bishop on 2-4. Only you take the knight. I'm going to copy this one in. I'm going to copy this one into Lee Shogi. What a game. What a fun game. I'm going to leave this, even though the scene doesn't fit the view perfectly, I'm going to leave it here so that everyone can see the eval a bit more easily than in my normal. So here we were. Take the knight, yeah. And so yeah, this is plus 30. Yeah, so interesting that it's the same promote or not promote. Okay, promote is coming out. So we do this as I was speculating. And then we redrop the gold. Yeah, we just keep redropping. I think we just keep redropping. We keep redropping. Yeah. Yeah, I think just keep Komodo won that game. The player from USA. Yeah, and just it just keeps getting worse here. I think he must have just overthought it. Was he still winning before the last gold drop? Let's see. So this was okay. This after this pawn drop here, it dropped to +5, and then this was a mistake. So it's back into sort of winning-ish territory. Take. Pawn drop. Okay, so it's still slightly advantageous. Okay. Yeah, so it's still a pretty big advantage. Not well, no, maybe it's not. Maybe let it think a little longer. Let the engine think it's the yeah. So the only move, King had to move. The gold drop is made. We saw this. The gold drop was made in 3. But it looks like he could have maintained the game by playing at this depth anyway. Who knows if this is enough depth. We're only at 17, but it's calling this +4, +5 to get the king up there. But yeah, this was the only move. Yeah, early escape is worth 8 moves. Well, early mate Early mate is worth more than 8 moves. Yeah, boy, these are the games. I swear, these are the kinds of this is 2 days in a row. These are the kinds of games. These are the kinds of losses that are, for me, debilitating. You know, you play well, you get a great advantage, you know, a winning advantage. You get the win, and then you miss the move. You miss the defensive move, or you try to over defend, or you just I bet maybe he just overthought himself, or maybe he didn't. Maybe like I was mentioning, he was playing too fast, but. So, but that said, all that said, I think Larry, I'm gonna run this. I think, I'm gonna bring this into my study. I think Komodo had an incredible position early on. Like it seemed to me like his position was dominant. So it's calling this -5, and growing as we do this. 8-5 pawn. So this is what I was. I think what Koshiro and I were looking for was the pawn drop, which is slightly better, but not much. Yeah, this was a bit of a mistake. Engine does want that lance drop. Makes sense. Yeah, so I didn't like this. Yeah, it's not terrible. Okay, so the gold drop idea, that's interesting. That was good. That was good. I thought it just clogged everything up. So I'm you know, as expected, Larry is a stronger player than I am. Yeah, it didn't love this. I drew Shogi was suggesting the pawn here, and that is the #1 move by over 1.5 engine bucks. Sometimes hard to see those moves. Understandably, hard to see that move. Oh, this is cute. This is cute. This is cute. This is I don't not like instructive or anything. Since they're so close, equality wise. But a knight jump to the other side is sometimes, better. Kind of interesting. Lance looking strong here. Lance drop looking real strong here. Good vision by the engine. Good vision by the engine. You don't know about hard to see. He just dropped a pawn there. Or you mean he just dropped a gold there? Yeah, so like if you're going to drop that gold, I would think that maybe that's in your plan for that pawn drop. Do these players play Go? Yes. Larry Kaufman is a legendary game player, and I believe he has quite a few writings on the differences between chess in Go and Shogi. And I don't think I'm confusing him with someone else, but yeah, I think Larry Kaufman is also a Go player. But I think in 2024 I may have asked him if he's still playing Go. So it's possible that I'm completely hallucinating this conversation, but I think I asked him if he's still playing Go, and I think he said no. I think he said no. He's been focusing on Shogi and chess, I think, a lot. He loves his computer stuff. Maybe I need to play more handicap shogi. Well, if I played more handicap shogi, then I would stop loving shogi, and so so it wouldn't matter if I'm throwing positions. Okay, so it went pawn drop silver takes. It went pawn drop silver takes. Oh yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh yeah. So he should have had vision to that pawn drop because he just dropped the pawn. That makes sense. Yeah. 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 Yeah, so this was mistake. This was a big mistake. Ah ha ha. So I was speculating that this was that this is where Komodo started giving up his advantage. In fact, he got more advantage from this. Fascinating. Fascinating. All of my logic of this promoted knight being far away from the king. Well, it's not so much that I. So to me, so here, yeah. So here's my thinking here. Here is my thinking. My thinking on this was, and this admittedly is with the bishop 5/5 drop blind spot. With the bishop drop 5/5 blind spot. My thinking here was, technically it is a two-piece trade, but we've buried our knight, so we've lost a knight. We've lost a knight that could have been used to come in this way. So we've lost a knight. We've gotten a lance and a bishop. But a position like this is very vulnerable to a rook, is my thinking, more than a lance and more than a bishop. Meanwhile, we're giving him a rook, which is great against this position. So that was my I think that was my evaluation. To be fair though, yeah, his promoted lance is doing very little. Though it was defending it was blocking the immediate fork of the bishop and the rook. But I guess he wouldn't have dropped a rook back here if that would have been the case, if this wouldn't have been there. So this is interesting. Yeah, at depth 20 now, it's saying this is -11, and we are looking from the Gote perspective. So Komodo is up -11, and now it did not like this, and now you guys are dead on here with the bishop 5/5. The bishop 5/5 is, well, that's his piece. The bishop 5/5 is very strong here. This is also very strong. Number two move here. Yeah. So bishop 5/5. Yeah, this could probably be clarified or qualified or labeled as a blunder, this one here. Wow. Number one move is taking. Wow. I know nothing about shogi. I know absolutely nothing about shogi. But 6/4 is Pretty close. The move he made is pretty close. And this was bad. Yeah, I think we all knew that this was bad, and this is where the advantage turned. This is where it turned. Taking with the pawn right now is the best move, as I think we all thought as well. Oh, so this gave back the advantage. This gave back the advantage. Huh. And among the reasons, because we still have this, we still have the drop on 6-7. I could switch to go. I'm never switching back to go. I'm never switching back to go. I played go for years. I tried. I really tried to love it. I played a lot of go. Tried to love it. It doesn't resonate with me like shogi does. Like shogi and chess, they just have a more visceral feel to me. There's more excitement to me. Whereas Go games, especially as the game ends, Go games feel so anticlimactic. Where you pass, and then count. It's and they take too long. They take too long for me and my current mindset. Oh man. And then this was a wasted move. This was just a wasted move. It's not just a wasted move. That's essentially a catastrophic blunder because it basically goes into winning here. Yeah, it's just that's just too good. And here's yeah. It was all correct. It was all correct. Yeah, so he played great. So this is a back and forth game. Yeah, the eval is not showing, but this was a back and forth game. Wait till I find out Bishop Exchange reclining silver. Never. My silvers don't recline. Shogi Dad silvers do not recline. Shogi Dad silvers attack. Shogi Dad rooks do not oppose. Shogi Dad rooks impose on the opponent. Shogi Dad bishops do not exchange. Shogi Dad bishops capture. We capture bishops. We don't exchange bishops. That was a fun game. Congratulations to both players. Anyone else playing? We Urashino our bishops. Yes. Sometimes we Torizashi them. Sometimes we Urashino them. Takashima-san is playing. It's getting there. Should be Shogi Dad Bishop don't exchange, it be in jail. No. That would be a lie. That would be this would be propaganda from the opposing rook party. So any fans of Takashima-san, would you say he's a third file player? No, okay. Pure swing. Pure swinging rook. I used to think that he was a static rook player, but like I've been seeing a bunch of his games lately, and he's always swinging that rook. To me, it doesn't quite make sense. Why would he do that? He's an experienced player. Why would he play an inferior opening? He has Koshiro. He has, he's in that same. He's maybe he switched to Furuibisha to try to, in a desperate attempt to be able to capture to trick Koshiro. I was just going to say it seems like sliding that rook over to the 7th file makes sense here. Saying this while playing Urashino is a crime. The engine Urashino Ryu is engine approved. It's a classic attack. It's a timeless attack, if you will. It's a timeless attack. Timeless attacking ideas. Some might say that Urashino Ryu is the most based opening. The most honest. You could say that. His games are always so interesting. Always so interesting. Yeah, there are some players on 81 Dojo that I just love to watch. He's one of them. His games are always interesting. Is he going to pull the silver back? No, that doesn't protect that pawn. He's playing chess here. He's playing chess. He wants to get this. He wants to get the pawn. He wants to win the pawn. How do I define engine approved? That it maintains an advantage. That it maintains a positive advantage when played by Sente. To me, that's how I call it engine approved. That if you play Urashino Ryu, you're not playing the absolute mainline. You maintain a positive evaluation. This game just got nuts. I was gonna say, boy, this lance. Boy, that attack came quick. Boy, that attack came quickly. My takeaway from this is never move the rook off of the eighth file. That's my takeaway. Never move the rook off the 8th file because bad things will happen. They always do for me. Whenever I go to the 7th file, they always go. Yeah. All right. Do we drop a gold? No. He just came back. He came back. I'm not. So this attack feels like it might peter out right now. He doesn't have a pawn. So Gote does not have a pawn. But Gote does have a lance. I don't know about that because now we're storing Mino Castle, right? We're going to store Mino Castle on the other side. Making a thick castle there. So he plays so quickly. How can I be the instructive? Are there Germans in this event? I mean, there are Germans in WSL. Absolutely. The German team is one of the strongest teams. We watched one of their games the other day. Yeah, Germany has some of the strongest shogi players in Europe. This reminds me here of Hikaru no Go, where both players are just banging moves out, and then at some point, someone makes a move, and then they both sit there, sort of panting. They're staring at the board. They're like, they're just sitting there, and they're both like sweat. The sweat feels like we have a bit of an intermission here of that, where it's just been all out gung-ho attacking and defending, and now there's a mild break in the action. Oh man, I'm gonna check. I don't think there are any other WSL games today. No. We're pretty much winding down for this month. Is that... Can we drop a knight? No. Wow. That's gutsy. What does he want to do with that lance? Huh. Wow. I wonder if dropping that knight would have been good. So rather than the rook takes lance, I wonder if just dropping the knight would have been good. Yeah, you can't take there. Can't take there. Does he have enough speed after? Hmm. Pawn for 6, pawn takes, bishop 9-2, and the attack is gone. Oh, before he had promoted. GG. 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 All right. All right. What do we have going on? Anything on Shogi? There are no events anymore. It feels like there are never tournaments. Like we never have any like weekly arenas or shield arenas. It feels like those don't even exist anymore on Shogi. Like usually you'd be able to just sort of every so often take a look at Shogi and see like events. We don't seem to get those anymore. Let's play this anonymous. Let's play this anonymous here. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Let's play this. What am I trying to do? 1560. Ah, they left. They left. I'll take this as a win. I will take this as a win. Wait, you mostly remove those? What do you mean you mostly remove those? Do you run the tournament section on Shogi? This is new lore. I didn't know this. Are you like a moderator or administrator for the Shogi tournaments? Oh. So I'm 1-0 today. I take these wins. I take these wins. I'm gonna say Yoro. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. And I'll say you too. And then I'll go back. Because it only lets you say 2 things. Oh, you meant they. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, what is this tournament? So this is another one of these tournaments that show up in my main page every time I click on them. Nobody has played any games. It's ending August 28th. Like why is this showing in this place of importance? Why is this showing in my place of prominence here? I don't know what a Jubongo is. I don't know what a Jubongo is. But I think I have enough. I think if we're talking like hypotheticals, I can beat anybody, I think. That's the thing about Shogi. I can win a lucky game against anybody. Oh, in 10 games. That I don't know. I would suspect no. Because I don't think I could, even if I was playing well, I don't think I could last past 2 or 3 games of full intensity. I'm going to look at this arena page. Tournaments. Yeah, so this is just stuff. Here's wait. Tournaments. I thought there was a way to look at only Lee Shogi tournaments. Lee Shogi tournaments. You know what's really weird about these is that they're unprofessionally done. Like, there's not even consistent capitalization of the names, which is also weird. It's like, who's arranging these? Like, who created these events? Like, it's not even properly capitalized. It just doesn't feel official. This is in 17 hours. This monthly very lowercase fast lowercase shogi arena is in 17 hours, but it's a 10-second byoyomi. Great time control. But you know, they're so early in my day that I can't realistically play them anymore. And when you look at the list of players that are actually playing in these events, it's like gods. It's complete gods of shogi, and not many games getting played. So something happened in recent memory. They changed around the Lee Shogi tournament schedule and broke the capitalization of the titles. And it just doesn't seem like there's any activity. Like, it seems like a very dead. It seems like it went from a somewhat active tournament scene to just a completely dead tournament scene on Lee Shogi, which is kind of weird because the arenas were one of those nice things about it. And of course, I need to get in my dig about these variants polluting my view here, which is annoying to say the least. Anyway. Yeah. I think that's going to do it for me today. I think that's going to do it. This was fun. It was really fun to watch those games, or that game. Well, no, also did watch Takashima-san play. Those were good. Thank you to everyone who came out. The discussion is always awesome. I love watching these games. If it isn't obvious, I love watching these games, and I really love watching them when there are other people giving their suggested moves and suggested ideas. That's more fun to me, is hearing what other people are saying. So this was great. Congrats to the players. I guess I'll see you all soon. Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe I'll try to do some fast shogi tomorrow. I don't know if I want to go back to Shogi Wars. Maybe we'll have Kyo. Like, at some point, I have no plans to play on Kyo regularly, but maybe when this is released, we'll at least check it out. Just see what it's about. But we'll see. And I still think that this is. I am thinking this is coming in the next 12 to 24 hours. I am believing it. But we'll see. And take care. Enjoy your shogi. I will see you soon. And bye.